Hello, welcome back, hope you're all well. Welcome to a new series of videos I'm doing called Making Money from Bicycles. Well, we may change to push bikes, cycles, whatever. We'll see how it goes, okay? But in this video we're going to discuss obviously the important things like the law. There's a couple of things I need to mention about the law, because you can lose more than you make if you're caught out doing something wrong. The other thing is, it's a brief history, very brief, I'm not going to go into all that. And then what we're going to do, what it's all about, okay? I'll just talk about the law first. Right, we've got to discuss the law. Now there's only a couple of items I'm going to bring up on the law side of it. The rest of it you can Google yourself, but some of it is just common sense, and some of it you just might not realise. There's only two things that I say I'm going to bring up. The first one, which is the most important, is the brakes. And I know I'm going to get comments in here saying, oh, that's wrong, this is wrong, you can do this, you can get away with that. Good luck to you. Get away with what you want to get away with. I'm telling you what I know, okay? Right, so I don't like discussing this bit, but that's one. I'm probably not the happiest person doing it. Right, brakes are the obvious. Front brake has to be with your right hand, back brake with your left hand. Remember, I'm facing you, and right. Now the front brake has got to be in your right hand, rear brake in your left hand. Now this is so you don't go to jam the back brake on and go over the handlebars because your front one's locked up. It's common sense really, because motorbikes front brakes this side, and if you've got like a 50cc scooter or whatever, front brake, back brake. It's quite simple. That's the law. There's no way around it. If you get it the other way round, the wrong way round, it's £1,000 fine for selling a bike with the brakes the wrong way round. Plus, if somebody actually rides it, pulls the wrong brake on, goes over the handlebars, smashes their face in the ground, they're going to sue you £20,000 plus. Okay, so think about it, for a £20 bike, get the brakes right around. There is a little bit of a slip in the law with the brakes, and that is there's no test for how effective the brakes have got to be. The brakes may not even work, but they've got to be the right way round. Obviously it's in your own interest to make sure brakes work, because like I say, everybody sues nowadays, and you know, like I said, check these laws. If you don't believe me, check the laws on Google or wherever you want to do. Make sure you read the whole thing, because it will try to trick you, and not everybody who puts in these little forum things tells the truth or actually knows the truth. They just talk a lot of bull. But also, I dealt with bikes for 20 odd years through the mower workshop what we had, and okay, I haven't had bikes for 10 years, but they don't change laws like that, and I have Googled at the end of the day, so just to make sure. Now there's a silly law, and the second law I'm going to tell you is a silly one, in the fact that it's a bit stupid, in the fact that it doesn't count for much, because on the highway, and I Googled today to make sure, you don't need a bell on a push bike. I don't believe it myself, but that's what Google tells me. You don't need a bell on a push bike, or a warning device, I think is the other way it's worded. Now that's fine, but the trouble is, to sell a push bike, new or second hand, it must have a bell. I've got one on, you won't see it, but it's a little flick thing with a spring. Yeah, that's all it is, right? Now the thing is, the law states it must have a bell when it's on display for sale, and I know a lot of people who sell second-hand bikes think, well, that don't mean them, but it does. It means anything what is for sale, other words, has a sign saying for sale. So, and that counts as well as if you're selling it on the internet, like eBay or Facebook or wherever you're selling it. Because if it's for sale and the person comes to the bike, and obviously they're going to buy it or look at it, it must have a bell on it. It's £1,000 fine again for not having a bell, and I believe it's done by trading standards. I can't even say it, but you know what I'm saying. If they come out and you've got 5 bikes sitting in your garden for sale, it's a nice sign saying for sale or whatever, you've got 5 bikes, that's £5,000. if they want to be that nasty. I think most of the time they would give you a bit of a slap wrist and whatever. But are you going to risk it for £1 or whatever a bell costs? I don't think so. I bloody wouldn't. That's just a couple of laws. The brake one's important. There is a thing with the brakes as well. If you're selling a track bike, bike for going racing or whatever, then it's slightly different because a lot of BMXs we used to have when I was younger, we never had brakes on because it's a bit like speedway bikes. One brake you're all piling the back, so they never used to allow that when my sort of day. I do know now a lot of them have back brakes. Now you can sell a track bike with no brakes as long as you tell the person it's got no brakes, okay, and it's for track use only. So you can say, right, if you're going to use it on a BMX track or whatever, and the rules hit you can have, you can sell it. I did have noticed the last time we went to watch BMX racing, they'd move the back lever over to this side. I don't know why they do that. It's a bit bad habit as far as I'm concerned. But they move it over to that side. That's fine because there's only one brake. But the law doesn't state that. The law says that if you sell a bike for road use, it has to have 2 brakes, and it has to be. I mean, there is obviously another exception with a little toddler bike, what might only have 1 brake and a fixed rear wheel. Then again, that's another law. See, if it's got fixed rear wheel, you can get away without the back brake. There ain't many bikes now with a fixed wheel instead of a free wheel on it, but I must admit I had them in the past. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do now. Right, so what we're doing this time, I think the camera's moved a little bit. Right, so what am I doing this time? Well, it's quite simple. We're going to get the bikes in, repair them, do any repairs they need, make sure they're up to standard, and then we're going to flog them. It's quite simple, isn't it, really? It's what a lot of people are already doing. It's something like I've done before in the past. So I'm not the only one, like I said, I'm not the only person doing this. I don't think it's nothing new. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like this one was a freebie, it's on the side of the road. That'll be coming up in a later video. Needs some bearings and bits and pieces done to it, but like I say, it's a nice little bike actually. A lot of stuff I've got to start with will be old school stuff because that's what I've got laying about. Mountain bikes, BMXs, all kinds of stuff really. It's just laying about here, so I want to clear them, and then as we go we'll pick more up. Yeah, it's quite simple really, isn't it? It's quite a simple thing. If you're into this sort of thing, or you're not too sure, these are quite simple things to work on. Now I'm going to do I don't know if I've already mentioned, I'm going to do 2 playlists. One is the one that you're watching now, well, or probably watching this on now, is what is going to be making money from bicycles, or we may change that yet to push bikes or something silly like that. And the other one is bicycle repairs. That's already up, that playlist. It's only got about 1 video on it, but like I say, there may be videos where I do repairs on bikes. I won't put them on the making money from. I just put them as a repair on the repairing bicycle repair playlist. That makes sense. The bicycle repair playlist, because it's not really to do with this. It's more just a repair, Whereas the ones on the making money will be more talking as well as doing the repairs. Obviously, I'm not doing the repairs on this video. I'm just talking about what we're doing. But the ones like this will probably just have a little bit of chat on a bike, a little bit of chat, and the end of the video, or maybe not. It depends how they work out. But obviously, any money sort of side discussing what we sold things for, making things for, will be done as making money from bicycles, or maybe I say we may change that. Now, if you like this sort of stuff, or you're interested in it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, ring the bell, dingy dingy ding. Now you'll get notifications by ringing the bell if you subscribe, and that'll let you know what's happening. Now if you're not into the other stuff I'm into, just wait till another bike video comes up. If you're new to my channel, I do motor repairs, I've got a couple of ride-ons what we use for off-roading, what I'm putting a motorbike engine in, stuff like that. It's just a little bit different. Yeah, so you want to see what we're doing, subscribe and do the rest of it, you know. Anyway, take it easy and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.